Good day to all of you children. Today we will take up sums on motion of uniform velocity, uniform speed. So let us, before going to the sums, let us see few basic concepts when a body moves with uniform velocity, uniform speed on a straight track. Supposedly, body goes from on this track from A to B and then from B to C. Distances are equal, A to B and B to C, the distances are same, supposing D. The body moves with speed V1 in this much track and with speed V2 in this much track. So V1 is the speed from A to B and V2 is the speed from B to C. Distances traveled are equal, AB equal to BC, B is the midpoint of AC, therefore. The speeds are different, therefore time taken won't be same. This time is supposing T1 and this time is supposing T2. We think like this. I want average speed for the entire journey. So the formula for average speed will be total distance upon total time. That will be the basic definition. Whenever you want to find average speed for the entire journey or for a certain portion of journey, find out total distance and upon total time. So total distance over here is D plus D, 2D, and total time is T1 plus T2. So average speed or V bar, any one symbol. Total distance D plus D upon T1 plus T2. This is the formula. Now this is for A to C, right? For the track AC, for the entire journey. For AB, my speed is V1, distance is D and time is T1. So speed is equal to distance upon time. And for BC portion, speed is equal to distance upon time. Now therefore I can make out T1 will be D upon V1. And from here T2 will be D upon V2. Let us put the values of T1 and T2 over here. So average speed will be 2D upon D plus D2D. T1 is D upon V1, D upon V2. Like this we did. So this becomes 2D upon D common, 1 upon V1 plus 1 upon V2. D and D cancelled out. Here V1, V2 will be LCM. So V1, V2 can go up. So final formula will be 2V1, V2 upon V1 plus V2. So children, please understand, average speed won't be V1 plus V2 upon 2. It is 2V1 V2 upon V1 plus V2. So please remember, when distances are equal, average speed for the entire journey will be 2V1 V2 upon V1 plus V2. Not V1 plus V2 upon 2, what you must have thought at the beginning. Now consider the second case, when body goes from A to B and from B to C. Now here times are equal, T and T. It takes same time to go from A to B and from B to C. Here the speed is V1 and here the speed is V2. So distances won't be equal because, see, if you, I'll just give an example. Times are equal, supposing 1 hour. If you drive a bike for 1 hour with a speed of 50 km per hour and you drive a bike for again 1 hour at a speed of 100 km per hour. So time is same, you are driving the bike for 1 hour. First time you are driving for 50 km per hour and then second time at a speed of 100 km per hour. Times are equal, 1 hour, 1 hour. Will the distance be equal? No, naturally. You can make out when you are going at a speed of 50 km per hour. Then in 1 hour distance covered will be 50 km. And when you are going at a speed of 100 km per hour, in 1 hour distance covered will be 100 km. So because speeds are different but times are equal, the distances won't be equal. You can understand like this. For 1 hour you have gone on a bike, times are equal, 1 hour each. First time you go at a speed of 50 km per hour and then you go at a speed of 100 km per hour. You know that distances will be 50 km and 100 km in 1 hour time interval. So distances are not equal, even though times are equal. We want the average speed for AC region, for AC journey, full journey. The average speed will be total distance d1 plus d2 upon total time t plus t. Now for AB portion, speed is equal to distance upon time, and for BC region, speed is equal to distance upon time. So what I do is, I put the value of d1 as v1t and d2 as v2t. d1 will be v1t and d2 will be v2t. So average speed becomes d1 plus d2, v1t plus v2t, v1t plus v2t upon 2t. T cancelled out, that is v1 plus v2 upon 2. So children, realize if times are equal, then average speed will be v1 plus v2 upon 2. If times are equal, then average speed will be v1 plus v2 upon 2. But if distances are equal, average speed will be 2 v1 v2 upon v1 plus v2. Children, this is called harmonic mean of v1 and v2, and this is arithmetic mean of v1 and v2. What are harmonic means and arithmetic means? You will learn in sequence series, or you must have learnt in sequence series. So please understand that if there are three numbers in arithmetic progression x, y, z, then the middle number is called the mean, and because it is arithmetic progression, it will be called arithmetic mean. So y will be equal to x plus z upon 2 if this is an arithmetic progression, right? This you have studied in class 10 also, arithmetic progression. If x, y, z are in AP, so the middle number will be called the mean because it is in the center, and its value will be y equal to x plus z upon 2. So v1 plus v2 upon 2. So v bar average speed, this average is arithmetic average. Mean, arithmetic mean, means mean average. This is arithmetic average of v1 and v2 when times are equal. So this is arithmetic mean or arithmetic average. But if three terms are in harmonic progression, x, y and z, then y is given by 2xz upon x plus z. This is the formula. How do we get harmonic progression? If you have studied AP, supposing I have got 2, 5, 8, 11, difference of 3, 3, 14, 17. This forms an arithmetic progression. And if you select any three numbers x, y, z, you can see this number is average of these two. 8 will be 5 plus 7 upon 2. 11 will be 8 plus 14 upon 2. 14 will be 11 plus 17 upon 2. Like this, x, y, z are on AP. So middle number will be x plus z upon 2. Corresponding to every arithmetic progression, you get a harmonic progression. And to get harmonic progression, you have to invert the terms of AP. So half, 1 by 5, 1 by 8, 1 by 11, 1 by 14, 1 by 17 like this. This becomes a harmonic progression. So what is a harmonic progression? It is obtained by taking inverse of the terms of AP. That gives us a harmonic progression. And if you select any three terms of HP, x, y, z, then this is a harmonic mean, harmonic average of x and z, because y is in between, so it is mean. And because these are terms of harmonic progression, this is harmonic mean of x and z. And now you can check whether y will be 2xz upon x plus z or not. For any three terms you can check. So therefore, because it is 2v1 v2 upon v1 plus v2, it is harmonic average or harmonic mean. Okay. So when distances are equal, average speed is the harmonic mean of v1 and v2. When distances are equal, the average speed is harmonic mean of v1 and v2. And when the times are equal, average speed is arithmetic mean of v1 and v2. Like this you have to understand. Please pause and copy, children. See children, a very interesting question is there. Please understand nicely. A body covers half the distance of the total journey. Half the distance of total journey with v1 speed. So half distance is covered with speed v1. So let us mark it. So we think that supposing this was the total distance from A, this was the half distance B, and this remaining distance is D from B to C supposing. Okay? So this half distance is covered with speed v1, that is the point. For the other half distance means from B to C for the remaining half distance. Total distance is 2D. Why I am taking D and D to avoid fractions, that is all. So total distance is 2D, out of which half distance D is covered with speed v1. And for the remaining half distance, what is being told? It goes with speed v2 and v3 for equal times. For equal times, that means whatever time was there to go from B to C. For equal times means for half time it went with speed v2, and for remaining half time it went with speed v3. So whatever time it took from B to C, whatever time was taken from B to C, half the time it travelled with speed v2 and half the time it travelled with speed v3. So now times are equal, t and t. The body is taking equal time from B to C, t and t time. But speeds are different, v2, v3. So distance won't be equal as we saw in the previous sum. Times are equal. It went with speed v2, v3 for equal times. So t time speed v2, t time speed v3. So distance won't be equal. So supposedly this point is called C and this is D. Here was the time t, here also time t, here speed v2 and here speed v3. Distance will be different. So let me call this distance as d. Let me call this as d1 and d2. Distance will be different but time is same. And supposing here time is t from A to B. We think like this. Okay, this is t and this is also t. Like this we think. So now this is our question. Now you know all the things. For d distance from A to B, it went with speed v1 and it took time, t1 supposing. t1 time. Okay? For d distance, speed was v1, time was t1. From B to D, it was divided into two parts, BC and CD. BC and CD times are equal, velocities are different, distances are different, and d1 plus d2 is d, that we know. We want to find the average speed for the entire journey. Average speed. So children, what we think is, now we will apply a trick. See, you know that from B to C, B to D rather, from here to here, the times are equal. The times are equal. So what is the average speed from B to C, from B to D? Average speed for BD region. Times are equal. So when times are equal, what is the average speed? It is arithmetic mean. So that is V2 plus V3 upon 2. That you can get straight away. Average speed from B to D, because times are equal, average speed will be V2 plus V3 upon 2. That means now we will think that for B to D, body was going with a uniform speed of V2 plus V3 upon 2. That is the meaning of average speed. Average means it will remain same throughout the situation. So now instead of thinking that from B to C, body went with speed V2 and V3 for time t and t, we will think that body was going from B to D with a constant speed of V2 plus V3 upon 2, because that is the average speed. Average means that will remain same throughout. So now my situation changes, children. Now the situation changes. I have a situation like this. Now from A and B and D, distance is D, distance is D, AB and BD. Here speed is V1 and here speed is V2 plus V3 upon 2. I think like this. Okay, this average speed I have put up, V2 plus V3 upon 2. And now distances are equal. Distances are equal. Here time was T1 and here time was T2, that we know. Okay, T1 was the time from A to B and 2T was the time from B to D. But distances are equal. So when distances are equal, what is the formula for average speed? 2 V1 V2 upon V1 plus V2. when distances are equal. This is one speed, this is another speed. The average speed will be what? Average speed, that will become 2 V1 V2. V2 means this much, V2 plus V3 upon 2 upon V1 plus V2 plus V3 upon 2. So this 2 and this 2 gone, and this 2 coming over here, so 2 goes up. It will become 2 into V1 into V2 plus V3 upon 2V1 plus V2 plus V3. This will be the answer. So the formula for equal distance, harmonic mean, harmonic velocity, 2 V1 V2 upon V1 plus V2, like this here. So 2 V1 V2 upon V1 plus V2. What is V2? V2 plus V3 upon 2, because that was average speed from B to D. But trick you have done. Please pause and copy, children. So now see, children, I put up the diagram. A body goes from A to B, a distance D with speed 3 meter per second. Time taken is t dash, supposing. So AB is D and BD is also D. That means this is half distance and B to D is another half distance. So for first half distance, body goes with speed of V1 3 meter per second. Then this remaining half distance is covered into equal time intervals T and T. For first portion it goes with speed V2 and another portion it goes with speed V3. So in equal times it is travelling distance BC and CD with speed V2 and V3. So for first half distance it has gone with speed V1, and for remaining half distance, the remaining half distance is covered in two different portions at equal time intervals for equal time. For T time and T time it kept on moving, first with speed V2 and then with speed V3. So we have to find average speed. So it is very easy, children. It is just a numerical based question of the previous concept. Here times are equal. So what will be the average speed for the BD region? We can make out, or here only I can write average speed for BD region. That will be V1, V2 plus V3 upon 2. That you know, because times are equal. So 4.5 plus 7.5, that will be 12 upon 2, and that will be 6. So for this much region, average speed is 6 meter per second. So now I get a situation like this. From A to B and B to D, distance of D and distance of D. Here speed is 3 and here average speed is 6 meter per second. That we know. Average speed 6. Now distances are equal. Here time is t dash and here time is 2t. That is okay. 2t time. That is okay. Now distances are equal. So what will be the average speed for the entire path? That will be 2 V1 V bar upon V1 plus V bar. 2 V1 V2 upon V1 plus V2. That will be 2 into 3 into 6 upon 3 plus 6. So V bar will be how much? See, this is 9. 36 upon 9, and that will be 4 meter per second. Quickly we can get the answer using the concept of arithmetic mean and harmonic mean for speeds when the distances are equal and when the times are equal. Please pause and copy, children. See, children, a 150 meter long train crosses the pole in time 36 seconds. How much time it will take to cross a bridge which is 850 meter long? See, the meaning of the question is, supposing there is an electric pole and there is a train like this having length L which is 150 meter. So this is the engine of the train and this is the last point of the train. This is there is a pole over here. The train has to cross this pole. That means how much length has to cross this point? Entire length of train has to cross. So how much distance has to cross this point? L, the length of train. So distance to be travelled by the train is L to cross the pole. That you should understand. When the engine is here, now when it moves forward, when the last point will come over here, we will say that train has crossed the pole. So to cross the pole, how much length has been travelled by the train? L length has been travelled by the train to cross the pole. And it is doing it in how much time? 36 seconds. So we know that distance covered by the train is equal to L, and that is 150 meter. and what is the time taken to do so? That is 36 seconds. So what is the speed of the train? Distance upon time, that is 150 upon 36, and this we can cut out. 150 upon 36, this will be meter per second. 150 divided by 36, 4.1. Or what we can do is 150 upon, see this is meter per second. If I convert to kilometer per hour, this will be 150. I divide by 1000 to convert it into kilometer. And this is second, 36 second. If I want to make it in hours, so I have to divide by 3600. Please understand. So seconds upon 3600 will be hours, because 1 hour is 3600 seconds. So 36 seconds will be how many hours? X hours. We will come to know. So X will be 36 upon 3600. So 1, 2 gone, and this 1 gone. So 36 that is gone. So this becomes 15 km per hour. That is the speed of the train. 15 km per hour. Now it has to cross a bridge of 850 meter length. So please understand, this is the train of 150 meter length. This is the engine and this is the last point, and there is a bridge over here. Supposing this is the bridge. This is 850 meter long. So when the train will start from here, supposing this is the engine and the last point, it starts moving. This is the bridge. Right now the engine comes over the bridge and it moves like this. And then finally, when this is the situation, engine reaches over here. This is the last point. When the last point will cross the bridge, we will say that the train has crossed the bridge. So when the engine just enters the bridge, we will say the time of crossing has started. And when the last bogie leaves the bridge, we will say that the train has crossed the bridge. So engine from this point has to reach this point. Then we say that the bridge has been crossed. So engine has to go from here to here. That means how much distance it has to travel. See, here to here is the length of the bridge, that is 850 meter. And this is the length of train, how much? 150 meter. So total distance covered by the engine is how much? 850 plus 50, that is 1000 meter, and that is 1 kilometer. So train will have to travel a distance of 1 kilometer to cross the bridge. So speed is equal to distance upon time. Speed is 15, distance is 1, and time t. So t will be 1 upon 15 hours, because speed is in kilometer per hour. So time will be 1 upon 15 into 16 to 60 seconds. This is the hours. If you want in seconds, so 15 fours are. So time will be 240 seconds, or time will be 4 minutes, any one thing. So 1 by 15 hours, or 240 seconds, or 4 minutes. This much time the train will take to cross the bridge. Please understand nicely, children. Pause and copy. A very interesting question, children. A man can move between 2 floors with an escalator. You must have been to shopping malls, and when you want to go from one floor to another floor, or even on airports, you must have seen escalators, moving escalators. So even on railway stations, these days there are moving escalators. So supposing these are the 2 floors, floor 1 and floor 2, point B and point A, and this is a moving escalator which can move. So a man can move between 2 floors with escalator. When the escalator is stationary, supposing there is no power, so he will have to go on his own and he will have to climb the floors. Supposing D is the distance he has to travel on this escalator. He says when escalator is stationary, he takes time t1. So supposing the speed of man is v1, and he takes time t1 to cover a distance of d. But when he is stationary and escalator moving, so when the escalator is moving, then usually we become stationary and we just hold and we just climb the floors. When he is stationary and escalator is moving, he takes time t2. So supposing velocity of escalator, that is v2, time taken is t2, and distance again is d, because distance will remain the same to climb between 2 floors. If both are moving, then in what time the man can reach the top floor? When both will move, what will be the velocity? Velocity of man plus velocity of escalator, they will get added up, because the man will also move and the escalator also will move, so their velocities will get added up. So now my velocity will be v1 plus v2, that will be the velocity. Now velocity will be velocity of man plus velocity of escalator equal to v1 plus v2. Time we don't know and distance will still be d. So this is case 1, this is case 2 and this is case 3. For case 1, v1 equal to d upon t1. For case 2, v2 equal to d upon t2. For case 3, v1 plus v2. That is d upon t. T we want to find out. Just put the value of v1 and v2. So d upon t1 plus d upon t2 is equal to d upon t. D gets cancelled out. So 1 upon t1 plus 1 upon t2 equal to 1 upon t. So t will come out to be t1 t2 upon t1 plus t2. This will be the formula for the time taken by the man when he and the escalator both are moving. So children, I took up some sums on uniform speed in this video. Hope they will be helpful. In the next video we will take up some other types of sums. Thank you and God bless you children.